Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you're never leaving my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Mind reader. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. Yeah, you're a mind reader. Mind reader.
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a minute, but been busy. Shout out to all you guys. What's good, Daniel, Amico? What's good, RPM Trade, ESP, Rap Samples? What's good, Cuts? You go fight for Quackley, RPM's Trade. All right, we're gonna make this video. This video is not about, it's not about none of that. It's about some important shit, that we should be aware of. So, yeah. But yeah, I was just supposed to do this stream earlier, but got busy. Figured I'll do it now. And yeah, because those that don't know, while we were celebrating being fathers and all this other kind of shit, well, they up there, these motherfuckers is up there, okay, telling you the House bill to automatically register young men from the draft. House bill passes. So, yeah, they did this. All right. But they did it Friday evening when motherfuckers, hey, look, Friday evening, guys, ain't nobody paying attention, nobody doing shit. And it said that will automatically enroll young men between the ages of 18 and 26 for the selective services. This shit is wild, man. Wild. And they did it right around Father's Day, right? Showing you, you know, showing its citizens who's the real father, right? This is some wild shit, man, right? The House version of the National Defense Authorization Act, which would authorize $895 billion in military spending, passed a vote 217 to 199. It's unlikely to be picked up by the Democrat-controlled Senate because of numerous amendments regarding abortion, diversity effects, and transgender and all this other stuff. The selective service provision, though, is part of an ending bipartisan effort to keep the framework for military conscription in place, even though the draft ended in 1975. Ain't this crazy? And let me show you, right, what they say. Now, again, this is not me. This ain't me. This is what they say, right? While it has been invoked in over half a century, it is now mandatory for all male U.S. Citizens to register for selective services, also known as the military draft. This also lets you know as, okay, what the fuck, what's going on? What's about to go down? All right? Because when I read this, it's gonna start making more sense, right? It's gonna start making more sense, right? Think about that. So, while there isn't currently a draft in place, Congress and the president can reinstate the draft and force male citizens to serve in the military. Okay, now they go back to male and female, but what about all that transgender and all that gender identification shit? Magically, it goes out of the fucking window, but not quite, because males. Okay, now you wanna get direct and say males, right? Everything else is like, oh, we saw all them arguing about not having the LGBT and all this other shit inside the draft. Now it says male. Oh, okay. Now it says male. Okay. All right. To serve in the military in the event of a national emergency or war that all volunteer military can't adequately support. Which that's where the fuck we're going, guys. And this shit is going to start making a lot of sense. What is the draft? Well, it's a selective SSS. Ironically, SSS. Selective Services System requires nearly all male U.S. citizens and male immigrants ages 18 to 25 to register with the government in accordance with federal law, right? The selective services and the registration requirement for America's young men provide our nation with a structure and a system of guidelines which will provide the most prompt, efficient, and equitable draft possible if the country should need it, right? The official website explains the Selective Service is a government bureau separate from the Defense Department. Separate from the Defense of Defense. What they mean is Department of Defense, right? Who needs to register? Now listen to this, guys. Listen close. Listen close, right? What's good, Angel Z? Rap samples and cuts. Look, listen. Let's pay. I'm doing this video. Look, everybody. Later, we're gonna do a stream with RPM Trey and Cuts, and I'm gonna be, like a facilitator or like a mediator in the middle, so we can get through this, so we could get on to real shit, because I checked some things out, and there's a lot of things that are just way over doing too much. It's just too much going on. So let's leave it there. Let's cool out. And listen to this. I mean, this is real shit going on. Real shit. Like real shit. And shout out to everybody who's paying attention and you know understand. This is like real shit. These motherfuckers did this Friday. And in the evening. And don't nobody know about this shit. Nobody care until they implement some kind of shit. And then motherfucker, next thing you know, I got a son that's in the middle of that age range right now. And all of a sudden, you know, they gotta, this shit is, I mean, this is a lot of motherfuckers that this is what they're saying. You know? That's crazy. So who needs to register? Almost all men who are 18 to 25. Almost. Wait, well, what the fuck you mean almost? And it says, and live in the U.S., but must register for selective services. This includes U.S. citizens, U.S. born, dual citizens, and naturalized, okay? U.S. citizens who live outside the country. What? That means if you outside the country, you better believe they coming to get your ass. And you in the military. Especially, I would honestly, 18 to 25 years old living outside the country, when it's a time of war, these motherfuckers are gonna personally come get you because you ain't gotta go home. You going straight to the military. Right? And this don't say who, this says who needs. It ain't no who should. This is who needs to register. And then guess what it says, the third one? It says immigrants, parentheses, legal permanent residents, and guess what, guys? Undocumented immigrants. What? Undocumented immigrants need, not should or may. This motherfucker says need to register. Undocumented immigrants. What? Y'all see the setup, right? Y'all see the setup, don't you? Don't you see the setup? You see the setup? They just lay it out right in front of you. The setup. Right out in front of you. Don't you see the setup? It says immigrants, legal permanent residents, and undocumented motherfucking immigrants, man. And guess what the next one is, guys? Refugees and asylum seekers. What? What? Yo, you can't make this shit up. I don't see nobody on fucking YouTube talking about this shit. I don't see none of them talking about this shit. Hold on, guys. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on 1 second. Here, you pull it in. So, yeah, you heard it. And anybody go look this up. I ain't making this shit up. This is what the fuck they're saying. Now, what do they got million? They got like 40 million, whatever the fuck, how many people in this bitch, right? It says undocumented immigrants and refugees and asylum seekers, guys. What? You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this up, man. You see, this is why they did it on a Friday. They don't want a motherfucker like me asking questions and other people like, yo, wait a minute, what? Before Father's Day, what? And now look at all these asylum seekers. Well, why would they put asylum seekers in here? That's like some new shit. Why? What is? We ain't gonna be under no war, guys. We gonna be under the other one, right? We're gonna be under the other one, which is what? An national emergency. It says it right there. Should our country need it, right? Hold on 1 second. I done messed up my spot, right? And this is the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, right? Think about that. And then it says transgender people who are associated male gender at birth. Yo, why did they got all this in this shit, man? Like what? This ain't gonna be no fucking. This ain't gonna be no war. They're not gonna send, you know, Rakita with the schlong over the fucking Iraq. No, man, this shit is for here, man. Y'all good, boy. I'm telling you, man. This is the type of shit we've been talking about for a long time, man. And then the last one is people with who needs to register. They put people with disabilities. Like, yo, these motherfuckers ain't fucking around, man. They got people with. Wait a minute, I thought if you ain't got disabilities, you can't. Nah, you know why? They need bodies. They need bodies. They're like, fuck it, man. If you got a half a fucking foot, your ass gonna be in there because why? It's gonna be a national emergency, man. It ain't about no holding a fucking gun and going to war. It's about other shit, guys. These motherfuckers ain't playing, man. And it's gonna be to protect what? America. The United States, my bad. United States. It's gonna be to protect the United States. Think about this, man. Think about it. And it's letting you know that you ain't shit, right? Because this says for U.S. citizens. Well, I ain't no fucking U.S. citizen. Sorry, guys. You know, U.S. born, dual citizens, and naturalized, right? We truly ain't none of that. They just call us that because we ain't, we didn't, let them know who the fuck we are, so they labeled us. Shit, that's what you do. When you got abandoned property, shit, with no name, you just tag it. If nobody don't know what it is, they claim ownership. That's all they done did to us. Because out of our ignorance, you know? But think about it. And it says, okay, several groups are exempt from registering, such as those currently on active duty. Think about this, man. See, me, I know how to read, all right? I know how to read through the legal lines, right? It says several groups are exempted from registering, such as those currently on active duty, some disabled persons, and those who are incarcerated, all right? Consensuous objectors are required to register. A consensuous objector is one who is opposed to serving in the armed forces and or bearing arms on the grounds of moral or religious support. What? What? They say they're exempt, right? What people would those be? See? And these are where the loopholes lie. If you served in active duty or were discharged before your 26th birthday, you still have to register. If you are 26 years or older, it's too late to register, right? Are women eligible to register? The law currently requires that only men register with selective services. In the event the law changed to include registering women, um, selective services is prepared to expand registration. So think about that. All the shit we've heard on the TV about the military and all this other stuff and women and all that. What the fuck is this shit right here? What is the selective services? It's not the same, guys. It's not the same, man. This is it's not for war, right? It's not for what they've been selling you all this time. Think about it. And then it says, what if you don't register? This is how you know. Listen to it. If you don't register, according to law, it is considered a federal felony punishable for a fine up to $250,000 or a prison term up to 5 years or a combination of both if you fail to register with selective services. A felony conviction means you lose your right to vote and the right to own, possess, and use a firearm, amongst other things. Just think about how they wrote this. So, wait, if I don't protect my country, I can't own a firearm to protect myself. Like, whoa, man, this data, man, we done went to the fucking Twilight Zone, guys. We done went to the Twilight Zone. This is them, these people writing this shit up, not me. So if you get convicted by a felony, you already know you can't possess no firearm. So wait, you didn't go fight, right? You didn't sign up because of whatever reason. You get a felony, Now you can't own a firearm to fight. Like what, man? This shit is crazy. It says, if implemented, how would the draft work? According to the Selective Service, a draft were implemented would have similarities to that of the Vietnam War. That means Selective Service would most likely hold a draft lottery based on the dates of birth. The number 1 would correspond to January 1st, 15 to January 15th, etc. Official would draw numbers similar to drawing for a lottery. If your birth date is the first one drawn, you are the first to be drafted. According to the Selective Service, if you were held today, those who are 20-year-old or turning 20 during in which the year numbers are drawn will be the first to go beginning January 1st of that year. Eligible male turns 21. He would drop into the second priority category. Men born the following year would move into priority group 1. Each succeeding an eligible draft man drops to the lower, or whatever the fuck all that shit is. It's like NBA fucking draft on this bitch to go to the fucking fight a banker's war, right? If you are drafted, will you automatically go to combat? It is important to note that even though someone is registered and their number is called, they may not be inducted automatically into the military. They may be eligible for deferment categories that might include married persons or college students. You might also be excluded for medical or psychological reasons, may declare yourself to be a consensuous objector, or may even be able to enlist in a specific branch or career field to avoid combat duty. In the event of a national emergency required a draft, the Selective Service has a protocol in place for when that happens. First, the President Congress would authorize a draft, then Selective Services activates and orders all personnel to report for duty. Afterward, after a publicity attendant nationally televised and live stream lottery is conducted. Oh, that's some wild ass shit, man. So, hey, look, this is the news they passed, and yeah, we was never free, man. We was never fucking free. Ain't that crazy when you just look at, they can come out and tell you that you gotta go to fight banker. We already know. Everybody knows mostly it's bankers' wars. So you gotta go murder motherfuckers and kill, steal, and destroy because they said to do it. And it's your duty to do it for your corporation. What the fuck kind of shit is that? It's your duty to say, nah, fuck that, man. What y'all got going on over there? What they really doing, motherfucker? Let's find the fuck out. That's what it should be. Fuck you mean? Let's have a hearing about this bitch. What the fuck y'all doing over there? We need all the evidence before we go do anything. Ain't that how a contract's supposed to go? It's all should be full fucking disclosure. Not, bitch, you sign us up for a fucking draft and we gotta go. What if it's for our own people? You see? But now, but this is just backing all the way up until what they said. Who needs to register, man? Who needs to register? Refugees and asylum seekers, immigrants, and undocumented immigrants. What? Look at what's here. That's all I'm saying is look what's here. And they're going to use this for whatever agenda they got. They're going to use this shit. Okay? They don't implement shit and put all this shit in here for no reason. And then they put transgender shit in here. Okay? Why? Because this is going to be some domestic shit, man. Is this supposed to be 10 years old? Oh, my bad. Probably a typo. It's probably a typo. All right, hold on. Let me put my disclaimer up real quick. I gotta I just read my disclaimer. But that's 18 to 25. Whatever I said or in the title is probably fucking wrong. I didn't even look. Sometimes I do that, but I'll change it after it's over. Oh yeah, 10 to 26-year-old. Yeah, I did do that. My bad, y'all. But yeah, just anybody want to look it up? Just go draft bill 2024, and it's National Defense and Authorization Act, and it's a whole bunch of shit on this. I just go to what they saying, you know. So yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to put 10. I gotta change that shit. So, well, that's wild when you think about it. Yeah, it is irrelevant. You know, like I said, later on we'll do a stream, man, talk it all out, and be over it and done with. Move on as a man, and you know, whatever. So it's called the National Defense and Authorization Act. Just Google uh, draft bill 2024 draft bill, and you'll see tons of articles on it. Then you actually pull the actual bill up. So, but yeah. And also, it's a big heat wave crossing the United States. So, this heat activates whatever the hell is in human beings. So, you're going to see some wild shit this week. Also, Friday is the solstice. On the solstice, if nobody knows, also the full moon. So, the moon is going to look bigger than it's ever looked. All right, this is what they saying, not me. And a full moon on a solstice, man, you already know. After that is the descension of the sun. So it's a definite energy, harvesting energy benefit, whatever, because they're going to use it against us. But it's also, an energy for us as well at the same time. So knowing that, it's going to be a powerful day. Friday, full moon on the solstice. All right. Which after the solstice is the descent of the sun. So you already know they about to get the fuck busy. They're about to get busy. So yeah, but I saw that, man. I'm like, what? Miss Daisy, man. I gotta put this one. So when it's because people are nourished, so when the sun comes, they can suck it up. That too, yeah. But that sun is gonna be ablazing. It's gonna be 90s up here, upstate New York. So it's gonna be a wild, wild, wild week up here in Rochester. There was another thing that I wanted to talk about too. But that draft was, when I saw that, I'm like, man, on a Friday evening, you know, automatically registering men aged 18 to 26. Crazy. 18 to 26. You know? And it says undocumented immigrants and asylum seekers and refugees. And then look at the nation. Like, how? You know? And then you would think it would be like the biggest news ever, because what is the issue is their issue is undocumented immigrants, right? And asylum seekers, right? Causing all the problems, right? But they need to. I wonder where they register it at. But it says they need to now register. Go this way. Why are you going that way? Highway right here. Yeah. Oh, it was right there. Get on. Uh. Yeah. Refugees, asylum seekers, and undocumented immigrants. Now, think of it. I mean, this is like one of the number one problems, so-called, in the United States. But they come out and say they have to register for the selective services. Like, what in the hell kind of goofy ass shit is that? Think about it. It is the most craziest thing ever. Like I told you, that must mean we all equal in some way. I mean, you start looking at all this stuff they've been doing. The Illinois, when they told that the illegal immigrant that he had a right to carry a firearm, and all the gun people went all crazy over it, instead of looking at, well, shit, if he could do it, you could do it. What the fuck is making you have all these regulations, but they ain't got them? Like, what? That's what should be fixated, and that's just understanding how a law is written. All right, people are volunteering all that shit. If a bitch just said no, I ain't doing it, what can they do? You know? And if it's a law in one state but not the other state, but law in another state, what's going on? Well, it's just your rights are being, your privileges are being taken, right? Just demand, okay, I fuck what y'all talking about. Show me where I have to do that. Really, nothing tells you really got it. When you really look at this stuff, and I was doing my research stuff, here in New York State, of everything they give you, and man, I got through the first two forms, and I'm like, man, this shit is all fucking voluntary. But the reason why it's so many fucking pages and layers thick is so it makes it like where you just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna get the goddamn permit, instead of plucking all the feathers back and say, I don't gotta do that. The law says it right here. Case law says it right here. I don't gotta do that. Case law supports it right there. Case law supports it right there. I don't gotta do that. Now you told me that I don't gotta do it here. Put this shit on record, so when y'all stop me and I have a firearm, y'all know, okay, this motherfucker already knows. You see? That's why if you're a Freemason, right? And somebody that a Freemason can vouch for a person to get a firearm, and a Freemason can vouch for another Freemason to get a firearm, where they don't go through none of that. Why? Well, because they're under God's law. What's God's law? That's natural law. That's common man's law. That's it. They're supposed to be able to stand in their square. It tells you a lot, man. And this is shit people don't want to understand. People would rather be on the YouTubes and on the internets gabbledygooking. Told you, the truth community has been bullshit the whole fucking time. It's been a CIA mind control fucking manipulation the entire fucking time. When you realize that, it's like you just pull out, drop the message, let people know, like, look, this is what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. Pull back, open up, and see it for what it is. So think about that, man. These motherfuckers, man. How you can say an immigrant, undocumented, they gotta go register. They must need to register to be in the fucking whatever the fuck they gotta go like draft. How does that even fucking work? How could they fix their hand and their brain to even fucking come out with some shit like that? That's wild, man. That's truthfully wild on how they could fix their mouths to say some shit like that. I look at it like, okay, damn, well, they can do that. That's kind of like they got rights then. They got a right to sign up. It's their duty, right? So what are they labeled as? It must mean we as equal as these asylum seekers. But in reality, when you look at it, the asylum seekers got more freedom than we do. Way more freedom. They can get licenses, don't need no birth certificate, none of that shit. They get pulled over, bet you ain't gonna do shit but get let go. You know? What they gonna do? They got caseworkers that can't really go to jail unless they really do some shit. You know? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, what's good, Paul Frey? Exactly. Natural, know your rights. We're all controlled by numbers, but it's deeper than your minds understand. Hey, listen, we ain't controlled. We are controlled by numbers, but we're really not controlled by numbers. You know, not the way that's been taught, but we are controlled by numbers because they control us by numbers and accounts and statutes and codes and regulations under this number, that number. You got your social security number, you got your birth certificate number. So yeah, we are controlled by numbers. You know, what's good, Philip Thomas? The channel cast system, SNN, and David Jones, Locker, and Castaways are that's deep shit there. Deep shit. So, but yeah, later on, cuts. Later on, we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna do it with logic. What's the issue? Find out the problem, and then go from there. Because all this is just too much. You know, it's just too much. And you know, name calling. It's like this is like so. Like this is like kid stuff. You know, childish. It just doesn't make any sense. You know. So we'll hammer that out later on tonight. We'll do a live stream, and then you guys can talk it out like men. You know, hopefully it works all out. The misunderstandings, the problems, issues are all out, and move forward. That's it. Easy way to solve conflicts. You move away from them. You say, all right, look, what's the problem? All right, look, is this, is that, is this, that, A, B, C, D. All right, have a nice day. You know, and that's it. You know, like I said, I got the ability, and I know it's hard for people to have the ability because the way we've been programmed. I got the ability to put things inside. You know, how would you call it? Separate understandings, I guess. You know, which allows you to be, hey, I'm cool with this person, but that person ain't cool with them, but I'm cool with both of them. And I'm in the middle. No one could persuade me to not like somebody until that somebody does something to me. Nobody can do that. You know, that's that cult mentality and all that nonsense. You know, so yeah, if you come on later, look, I'm gonna do it later. It don't work for nobody. One, you're in California, he's in the middle of the country, and I'm in the East Coast. So after your work, shit, I ain't gonna do no streaming at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's wild. So we're dealing with 3 different fucking time zones from coast to fucking coast. So it just is what it is. He's at work now, so you know, it ain't working. So we'll do it like that. Take charge of your birth versus birth certificate, exit and Mason and caste system. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. So yeah, so later on we'll do that. If anybody wants to chime in or whatever, and just have a discussion about it. The reason why I want to do it is because so people can see how, you know what, that's a good way to handle it. You know, not motherfuckers just putting you on, muting you off, blocking you out, then talking shit, create a whole fucking narrative. No. Just straight, you talk, then you go. This is how it works in a structured system. That's how communication is supposed to work. One go on topic. One gets a topic out. Okay, your topic done. Respond to the topic. Don't go off the fucking rails and emotional tirades and all that shit. What was the topic? That's how. That's how you. That's how they do it in law. That's how facts are presented. That's how things are shown. It's not hearsay. It's not bullshit. It's not just, no. It's this, and that's it. And then you get to the bottom of it, and then okay, there lies the problem. Let's get through it. Done. You know, and that's discussions. You know, debate is. I don't like using debate. That's fucking retarded. That's stupid. Because the debate is like, what do they do on TV? They debate and then lie all the fucking time. They just say what everyone wants to hear, go back and fucking forth, and then that's it. That's not a discussion. That's a debate. This we having is discussion. You know? And the discussion is going to be about, whatever the issue between you is, and that's it. We don't got to talk about, look, people going to believe in the fucking gematria shit. Let them believe. People want to ride that. Let them go. Nothing you can do. So, that's it. Because there's bigger shit going on, man. Like, I don't know if anybody's home in their mind, sees all this shit going on around us. There's a lot of shit going on. It's going down. And again, we're creeping closer to the elections. And I look at, hey, they just reenacted this selection shit. Look where we're going. They're telling we're going straight to where we've been talking about for the longest. Straight. Straight there. What a one-way ticket right down the fucking road. So that's the that's where we're going. What was the other shit? What was the other news? It was the heat wave. That's the other big news. It's ironic they're going to heat up the country. They're going to heat up the country right before the solstice. That's just pretty wild. All right, there's another one. The Surgeon General wants, and this goes into what they've been doing in Australia, social media bans, all this other shit, putting your ID on social media. We already know that's coming. Censorship. I've been getting strikes and videos removed that were old, and they just and I'm getting message on some shit that I ain't never even fucking heard before. Just some dumbass shit like, you violated our... Oh, man, what was it? Let me see if I can find it. You violated our... Hold on. What the fuck does this stupid shit say? Let me see what this dumb shit was. You violated our... It wasn't that long ago. Where the hell is it? Yeah. Where is it? I guess I didn't snapshot it. I thought I snapshotted it. Maybe I did. Hold on. Yeah, it says what was this for? Let me look it up. This is what they doing now. Age restricted. Age restricted. I can't find it right now. But yeah. So the Surgeon General. Hold on. The Surgeon General. Sorry about that. Wants tobacco-style warnings applied to social media platforms. That's where we're going, guys. Meanwhile, we're just arguing and hooping and hollering and doing dumb shit on the fucking social media platforms, right? But the Surgeon General wants to put warnings on it where, that won't do anything. But all right, rap samples. I just saw that. My bad. On social media platforms. This was today. It says he said his version of the warnings would include language that would alert users to the potential mental health harms of websites and apps. Now remember, I've been talking about the CIA Gateway program, right? Where they've been using all these different tactics to do what? Mind control, which causes one, mental health. And now look at everything's about mental health. Everything, your gun control, everything that is in our reality that's wrong is all mental health. All your mental health, mental hygiene, this and that, right? Because they learned how to manipulate the human mind through sensory deprivation, visuals, sounds, frequency, tones, and everything in between. So, yeah, and they're using it, saying, steps can be taken by Congress, social media companies, parents, and others to mitigate the risks to ensure a safer experience online to protect fucking children. Seriously? It's about the children now? While there's a fucking Despicable Me 4 only in theaters July 3rd, right? That has adult humor and all kinds of weird shit inside of it for kids to watch in the same article. It says, in January, at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing about social media's impact on young people, Meta CEO Zuckerberg apologized to parents who said the Meta platform Instagram contributed to their children's suicides or exploitation. Crazy, man. Crazy. Wow. So yeah, man, that's about all I got on the on this stuff. But shout out to all you guys tuning in. But yeah, that the thing with the draft really, I read it and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. The needs, immigrants and asylum seekers needs. Not that you guys know my position. I don't give a fuck about no border. Ain't no such thing as no imaginary fucking line. There's only a border right where they stick it because there's no lines or nothing. You know, I mean that means that's a prison line right there. So, but these asylum seekers and illegal, they say, can go sign. How you illegal? This how are you going to say they're illegal? They got this on their fucking shit. Illegal immigrants. No, it doesn't say illegal. My bad. I shouldn't use that word. Undocumented, because they don't use that. Now let's go to this real quick. All right. All right. This is coming from the Selective Service System, guys. Look, just to show y'all. Hold on. Motherfuckers be thinking I be making some of this shit up. This is coming from, look at that, Selective Services, Immigrants, and Dual Nationals. This is what I'm about to read. U.S. immigrants are required by law to register with the Selective Service System. No, registering with Selective Service is not signing up for the armed services. The Selective Services is not part of the Department of Defense. Immigrant men are required to register. Well, what the fuck is it then? This shit should be raising all kinds of questions. All kinds of questions. With very few exceptions, all immigrant males between 18 and 25 are required by law to register. So that means all these motherfuckers that come here, them motherfuckers all signed this shit. Just so y'all aware, they signed it. Even the ones that are going to be used for their plot, they signed this shit. You know, within 30 days of arriving to the United States. This includes naturalized citizens. Listen to this, guys. This is on the actual site. This includes naturalized citizens, parolees, undocumented immigrants, legal permanent residents, asylum seekers, refugees, and all males with visas more than 30 days expired. What? 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 Non-immigrant men living in the United States on a valid visa are not required to register for as long as they remain valid on a valid visa up until they turn 26. All right. Men 26 plus. Once a man turned 26, he's no longer able to register with Selective Service Systems. All right. Registering without a social security number. If you do not have a social security number, you can visit your local post office to pick up a form, download it here, or mail form to blah, blah, blah. Crazy, man. Undocumented immigrants. We do not now or in the past collect or share any information which would indicate a man's immigration status, either documented or undocumented. Selective Services has no authority to collect such information and has no use for it and is irrelevant to the registration requirement. Consequently, there is no immigration data to share with anyone. This is the fucking own federal government. The same ones who said they'll arrest you said they don't give a fuck about your immigration status. Like, what in the world of Willie that we fucking got going on here, guys? Man, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. And this is a fucking federal government's own website. And ain't nobody talking about this shit. Nobody gives a fuck. But the immigrants and the asylum seekers are a huge problem. But yet, here they go. They can sign up for the Selective Service Systems program. That's what we living in. That's crazy. And they even tell you in here that They don't care about your status, right? They don't give a fuck. And it said even parolees. Like, man, this is just crazy to read. It's crazy, guys. But the form, right? The form is without a, and it says you don't even need a social security number. I told you, man, all this stuff that's coming out, you could actually, you gotta go all the way through. You could actually, you know, look into it and see, like, kind of where we're wrong, where we live in wrong, you know? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So crazy. So, hold on 1 second. So, yeah, I just think this is just wild ass news, man. But again, what I think about, other people don't think about. So, but that's all I got for now. Like I said, if y'all want to tune in later, I don't know what time, you'll see it pop up. So, peace and love, y'all, and I will talk to y'all later.
Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Mind reader. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's missing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my veins. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Mind reader.
we got to reprime. I said, sure. I just want it done right. Like who does that? You got to know if you're going to do the work. You're going to say, well, I'm not going to risk someone else's prime job. You know what I mean? You're going to do the work and do it right. So he just danced all around it, and we didn't get nowhere. Is that you right there?
What's the name of the company?
That's you right there? I'm right here.
There you are.
Yeah.
Here I come.
Jimmy Smith.
I
Oh
wish
shit,
it
that
was
fucking asshole.
Yeah. Look at this. I mean, look at
Oh
this.
yeah.
Like you can
First
just peel
day.
this off.
So see that?
Look
See
at
how it feels this?
Yeah.
That's a raw bumper.
Right. But he said this was the prime. I said, we knew there was no prime. I mean, it was gray.
Yeah.
But we knew it wasn't prime because that was flaking off.
Right.
This was already flaking off in the corners and stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously you're going to either take that off, redo it, respray it,
Yeah.
or do a check to see if it holds or whatever.
Yeah.
But he said, oh, it's not my prime. Look, you see it's been prime. I said, dude, the company doesn't sell them prime. I said, it has a primer on it, but it's not a primer for you to go spray right over it.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to hear it. I'm like, look at this. I said, look at this. We could peel this whole
Oh,
thing
yeah.
off right now.
You get us to take the bumpers back because they're peeling and get new ones.
Bullshit. That's not the freaking problem.
And I'm like, it doesn't even look like
Yeah,
they
feel how
rubbed it.
oily it feels.
Right.
So that is raw plastic,
Exactly.
and it's the heat. I told Phil, as the heat hits it, oils will come out of that plastic
That's
from
what
the
happens.
injection mold,
You can
and then
see
the
it.
paint falls right off.
You can see like some spots will have bubbling.
Especially on the hot weather, it'll just fucking
Yeah.
come off. Yep.
So,
Yep.
so basically, Phil talked to him again after I sent him what the company said, and he's like, we talked to the company. He's like, every shop knows you gotta check you gotta prep it yourself.
Yeah, you got to know whether it's pre-primed,
Right.
or with an E-coat on it, or is it freaking a raw prep, where you have to use a different chemical with water and freaking stuff it to get rid of that goddamn shit.
So
That's why I always wear at my shop. I use this company called One Step, and it removed all that freaking oils and everything from the injection mold, and then I could prime it and paint it, and then they fucking guaranteed it never to peel.
this was like literally 2 days later.
Oh yeah,
So
the minute the heat hit that,
yeah,
goodbye.
you're right. And he knew it. The other guy knew it from
Right.
there. He said, "Oh yeah, yeah." He said, "I already know what happened." But
Yeah.
this guy, he came out. He said, "No, I don't want to do it." So anyway, Phil talked to him again. We sent him what the company said, because that's what he said. Well, if you tell what the company said, I sent it to him, and he said, "Look, I just tell them they come get their money back." So, hey, he can do that.
No, that's nice.
But-
That's love.
Little fucker.
We got money. We got the bumpers. So
So you put the backing plate on there, that flat cover piece,
Yeah,
and that
all that
fog light you put in there. Okay, so we gotta strip this.
Yep.
Right the fuck down. And the grill,
yeah,
is that separate, or is
Yeah,
that
it's all-
it's
It's
all
all separate, but on the black one and some piece of this, I plastic welded the grill inserts to the bumper so they don't fall off.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the grill comes
Let's see the back of that. So you plastic
on.
weld
Not the
them on.
grill.
Oh, the
this.
main grill comes off,
Yeah, the main grill comes off.
yeah.
and then I can actually get these off too. Right?
Yeah.
I see the tabs where you can,
Another tab.
right there,
Yeah, some of them.
right there. It should be able to come off. Yeah, it should come off.
But to this one, you see this one? Yeah, not to this.
Because there was no tab to hold
And the
that.
same with the big one.
Yeah, but we can put heat and remelt them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever,
Right. So these cocksuckers. So both of them are peeling.
Oh Oh, mine was peeling first. He didn't even put it on the road yet. And I'm like, I guarantee yours gonna do the same shit.
Fuck yeah, man.
So yeah, look at that. Same shit. Mine has got a big
Yeah.
piece right all in the front, gone.
Yeah.
So
What kind of Audis are these?
S8s.
S8s.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I wanted to be even the job. I mean, itself was kind of like you see little imperfections
Yeah.
here and there, and
Yeah.
you know, I didn't really like how, you know, they kind of sprayed it. Oh, yours had like in the corners, like I'm like, man, they did a fucking. I told fella, man, that fella, they didn't do a good job.
No.
I'm used to coming bringing shit to you, so
Right.
I compare it to that, you know. So, man,
Yeah. All right. Well, come on in a second. And
yeah, I mean, shit.
so he's going to give you your money back on it.
Yeah.
Okay.